In this video, we're going to take a look at this SmallRig MD3990 top mounting plate. This is designed for the Sony XLR H1 handle that comes with the FX3 or FX30. I'm using it adapted on my A7 IV, and to do this, you need to buy this SmallRig plate that I'll link in the description below. This top handle plate is really cool because it gives you some extra quarter 20 mounts and a cold shoe that you can use to put things like a microphone on top of your Sony XLR handle if you don't want to use the big microphone holder on the side. It uses a 3/8" screw with anti-rotation pins that can go directly on top of the handle if you use this provided plate. Or SmallRig also has this handle extender that we have installed on the handle right here. I really like this because it adds a whole NATO rail as well as extends the grip and just makes it a lot easier to hold the handle versus normally the handle cuts off about right there. If you're using the XLR handle top plate, all you have to do is set it on top of that NATO rail, and then you just use the provided Allen wrench to screw it in. If you want to use the handle top plate directly on the XLR H1, then you just use this small little plate that SmallRig includes and put it on the front quarter 20 thread. Once that's on, then take the top plate and then you can put it on that little riser that SmallRig includes. So you can use the top plate with or without the handle extender. You can also choose to leave the back part of the handle extender on and not use the NATO rail with this top plate cover. Once it's on, now you have a few more mounting options for use with your XLR H1. I really like putting a wireless microphone on this. It's also a great place to add a small microphone like this Video Micro if you want to just have it right on top, and then you've got nice and easy access to your 3 and 4 channel input jack on the side. So this is a great way to get on-camera audio if you're already using your other two jacks for different audio devices. It just gets it nice and forward without having it take up space on your camera cage or a side handle, so it can keep the setup pretty sleek still. One of the worst things about this top plate for the handle is it makes it harder to open up the little cover right there. It can be hard when you have different accessories mounted on your camera, and then it's a little harder to access the switch in there. But using one of the little Allen wrenches that SmallRig has with their different equipment is a really great way to flip it open easily. I will say I see people talking about putting a monitor on top of this for their camera, and I don't really recommend that because it seems like it's too much weight for the front of the handle to hold. I personally like to mount it at the bottom because that seems to put less forward pressure on the handle. Unfortunately, Sony didn't do the greatest job with making this whole handle out of plastic, so I wouldn't put too much weight on the front. I would use this for either a wireless microphone or a small shotgun microphone when you're wanting to use that 3 and 4 port on the side of the XLR handle. Overall, I really recommend this top plate because it gives you an extra cold shoe mount and some extra quarter 20 threads. It's a great spot to mount a wireless receiver or another small microphone on top of your Sony XLR handle. I have links for this top plate and all the other gear in this video in the description below, so be sure to check that out. And if you have any questions about this top plate, leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer it. Also check out my other videos for my review of the SmallRig top handle extender, and also for the review of this plate that you can use to adapt different SmallRig cages to use the XLR handle on cameras like the Sony a7S III or the a7 IV.